if it's meant for you, it won't be hard. And that's where I'm at with my life right now. You know, I just went through, I'm going in the middle of a divorce. Like, you know, it's something that's really tough for me to even talk about. But I want to talk about it because, you know, when you're with someone for 11 years and stuff like that happens, it really makes you question your whole identity, you know, your whole purpose. And, like, you go through something. I went through something the last year. But talking through it, doing what I love, going live, helping people out, like, that's what keeps me going. And I realize, you know, I'm not the only one, you know, going through that. Just know you're not alone. It gets better, and it just wasn't for you. And it's not you. Better days are coming, and it always gets better.
It's incredible, Taylor, that you going through all that and you still show up every day, no matter what.
Yep.
You know, and that's something I struggle with sometimes because I feel like on days that I need a charge,
And I have that.
I'm not messing with social media.
Yeah,
you know?
sometimes you gotta unplug, bro. Sometimes I'll lay on the ground. I get home and I just lay on the floor. I'm just done. You know, I just can't go no more.
Yeah.
And then next day you just do it again, and it's just that exhaustion level is gonna pay off. But you have to know when to step away, and you learn a lot about yourself being alone.
Welcome to the Be More Happy Show. I'm your host, Morris Chasson, confidence coach for bold introverts. I have my good friend Taylor O'Brien on the show today, and I'm ecstatic to have him as a guest on my podcast because he's just amazing what he does for people, what he does in the community. He changed a lot of lives around the world now because of his videos. You know, like people look up to him, and he's like a role model to a lot of people, like a hero. So Taylor, what's up, man?
What's up, bro? I mean, I like that intro. That was a good job. It made me feel special.
Dude, you are special, man. Everything you do, you know, like people look up to you like you're Superman, you know. Even I look up to you that way, you know, because of everything that you do and everything that you're involved in, you know. It's mind-blowing.
Well, I appreciate
I don't know how you keep up.
I don't know either. I appreciate that, man, and that makes me feel, you know, really good that you think that, but I'm just like everybody else. A lot of stresses that go on and things that happen and that come with it. It's fun and it's nice and we get to do cool things, but at the end of the day, as a human, you're not meant to have that much stimulus with the cell phones. Everything's instant. 72 message requests right now. My phone dies 3 times a day. Like, we're not built to handle that. Many times I get asked a lot of the same questions. A lot of people are inspired and want to share, and they want to talk about what they want to do. And I think this podcast kind of got started that way, right?
Yeah, dude. It's so funny because I got on your live and I mentioned something about doing the live, and you was like, Mo, do it. I'm sorry, not the live, a podcast. And you were like, dude, Mo, do it. And that Wednesday night, I was like, I'm doing a fucking podcast. So by Friday, I had my first episode recorded and downloaded on Spotify and Apple, you know. And it's been hard because, like, truly, like, I wish I would have recorded at least 3 or 4 episodes before, but it didn't happen that way. So just got to roll with it, you know what I mean? And bro, I got 3 or 4 episodes right now to actually
Edit.
That's
awesome.
And put out there, you know.
That's
it's
awesome.
some good people too, you know. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
So it's exciting because it's other coaches, you know, and like just having that like-minded, you know,
mentality.
Speaking about marketing and growth, personal growth and personal development. You know?
Yeah, that's needed. A lot of people want to do a podcast, and a lot of people have excellent ideas. It's just the execution, the consistency, and the follow-through, because we can fantasize over a thought all day long. And I've heard that whenever you do that, it's like you already did it in your mind. So I try and not talk about things I'm gonna be doing because subconsciously you check it off. I thought that was fascinating. So if you got some plans, or you might know some people who every time you see them, they just about to start that podcast they talked about, So that's one thing that I've noticed, everything that's happening. But I think this area has a few podcasts, and I think it's very important to have people come within the community and talk about who they are, not just a picture on a billboard or a static post. Like, tell people who you are, and I really like how you do that.
I think that's the best part of the podcast. I feel like it's being free almost. It's not like a edited type video. You know what I mean?
More raw.
Like you with your lives. Like, I'm sure that has helped you tremendously. Doing those lives,
Yeah, definitely. The more you do it, the better you get. That's what it is. You just got to get the reps in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's me. I struggle with lives. I don't like lives. I don't watch lives except for yours. But if I'm on Facebook and I see somebody live, I scroll up.
You watch it?
I know. I don't want to see it.
You can't see it?
I don't like.
Why not?
Because I don't like them.
You don't like lives?
No, I don't.
Is it? Why do you think that is?
I think I was traumatized once.
On a live?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You remember that time at the gym?
No.
It was like.
Was I there?
Yeah.
What happened?
Dude, we were like, Hunter came up to me with a camera in my face. I was like in the gym, like warming up on shoulder press and dead tired, half sleeping still. What's up, Mo? We're on the live, man. And tell the audience what's going on or whatever, and I'm like, happy Monday. And it's fucking Tuesday or Wednesday. Like, I had nothing else to say. Like, I froze.
And that's what traumatized you?
Yeah.
Hunter traumatized you?
Yeah. I need to go to therapy.
I'm gonna have to give it Hunter about that one. But everyone loved that video. I remember that now that you say that. But I think with lives, man, I've met someone who makes a living doing lives. And that's what made me start going live. Me and Hunter actually met him on a plane, and it's one of his means of income. So it's important because people, you don't think about how many people actually watch a live sometimes, but I'll eat crawfish live, and I'll have 1,000 people in there. People are very lonely in this day and age, and that's one reason why I started watching other people's lives or going live, because it's crazy to say, but like, I feel like I'm an introvert because I get drained around people. But with a live, you can hang out with people, and you cannot really hang out with people. Yeah, so it's good because you got a lot of regulars that'll come in there. And like, there's actually last week, there's a guy who came on there and thanked me. And he was like, man, you saved my life, because there was a time where he told everybody in the chat he found out his girl was cheating on him. And like, he literally found out while on the live and like shared that with the live. And like, everyone came around him. And he like told us like, man, y'all don't even know what kind of state I was in. Like, y'all really saved me. Wow. And like that, I'm just live. I'm just recording. I record myself while I'm working because I don't have really much time to just sit and go live. But he told us that, and that was never my intention. But people do benefit, even if we're not the ones who can't watch it live. You got to remember, everything we do. And what gives me so much energy is remembering that it's not about us, and we do it for others. Now, that's not to say don't take care of yourself when you need to, because if you're not good, you can't help others. But at the same time, you don't realize how many people are watching you. Even if they don't comment or do anything, they'll see you in the supermarket and be like, I love what you're doing. And you're always like, I never seen you like nothing though, bro. But they're watching.
Yeah, it's so funny you say that. I ran into somebody at the gym tonight, actually, whenever we was there. And he basically said that, hey man, I like your videos, but it never interacts, but like you said, some people don't like to interact, I'm a lover. I love everything.
Yeah, same. And there's times when I'm busy and I'm just scrolling and I forget to like, and I feel bad because I like text them like, oh man, they posted and it was good and I forgot. But like, I'm taking it in and I'm keeping notes. And, I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's been going on with you these past couple weeks? Taylor?
It's been wild. It's been busy. We've been doing a lot of things with athletes. It's summertime. You know, we're in between seasons. Baseball just won the national championship. We went up to Omaha, set the record at the Jello shots. Gordon, 8,888 shots. So we did all that. Now we got a rush of hats that are coming in that the baseball players wore. So the marketing department is full force on that. We're getting ready for football season because we're going to win a national championship there too. So it's crazy. We were in Pensacola last week, and we went to Floribama, which is like a place around that area, and we were on stage and had the whole crowd saying LSU, and we were saying how women's baseball, my boy Trent got up there. He's like, women's basketball, men's baseball, get ready because we're coming for football too. You know, it's a cool time to be an LSU fan.
Dude, that's cool.
Everything we've got going on with Gordon and them, man, we got a good thing. And we're getting a lot of feedback, a lot of inspiration with people getting inspired, watching the story. A lot of creatives are reaching out to me, just inspired and like seeing them get their things going. I had a call this morning with a girl who was just like, I'm meant for more, and like I'm gonna do it. And I'm like, I believe you. And then messages from a guy who was taking photos of my boy, you know, and I went follow him. He freaked out. I followed him. Like, just it's so crazy to think like where we're at in such a short amount of time. And all that took was, well, I ain't gonna say that all that took, but I had a rough year, but that's what helped me get through it.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
It's cool that you inspire people like that, especially like somebody that's told you saved his life.
Yeah.
You know, like,
that's wild.
Dude, that's so big.
Yeah,
you know?
that's wild.
And it's crazy because I believe that happens a lot more than you probably even know, you know, because people struggle alone a lot, you know what I mean?
Yeah. People struggle a lot alone. You're right. I think everything is so surface-based these days. Like, when you talk to somebody or you meet with somebody, like, people got so much mess going on. Like, we have no idea what you went through today, you know, what Hunter, you know, everybody has so many different stresses. I was talking on my TikTok about being in traffic and looking over and people are bawling, crying. I've probably seen a handful of people in traffic screaming their eyes out. Like,
damn.
Yeah. And I was one of them, you know, about a week ago. You know, like, it's people are going through some stuff. Yeah. So whenever they hear stuff like this, it makes them feel normal. And they're like, man, I feel that. Instead of like, you gotta, you know, people screaming at the camera, they have a good message, they just don't deliver it right, or it speaks to different people. And so that's where people are like, man, I'm just so nervous to get on camera or this or that. So there's a few tips like you can do. Of course, follow people who are speaking, but like some small little techniques you can use whenever you're making a video. We all know, you hear this all the time, to make a good video you need a strong hook. Like, everyone's saying that. Okay, we get it. What is a hook? So it's something that'll catch people's attention because people are scrolling mindlessly, and you need something that makes them pause that finger just a second. And then the way I edit, it's like in your face, pop, doom, doom. Like, I don't want you to look away because I know how easy it is to get distracted. So you put something catchy, and your first 3 words need to incorporate the word you. And that's the biggest takeaway I've ever learned, because you want to get on camera and you say, hey guys, I just wanted to share with you. They're gone. Every time you want to say the word I, say you. And just watch how it changes. If you can say you within the first 2 sentences, that's the best. If you can say you twice within the first sentences, that's the best. If you're going through this, like, you got to come. I always try and do movement. Like, I'll set up a tripod, 3-second timer, 3, 2, 1. Boom. That's like, you just gotta rock them a little bit, you know, like you just catch their attention.
That's cool.
Or I like to put like a pop sound, a little zoom, and you can do this on CapCut. CapCut's a free app that you can use, and you can keyframe. There's so many tutorials on YouTube. People are like, man, how you learned all this? I'm like, YouTube. You could do it too. It's for free, you know, like, it's 2023, I think, still. I don't even know what day it is anymore, Mo. Like, my whole days are 1 because I don't go to bed till 3. They're like, why you drink a Celsius at 5? I got stuff to do, bro. You know what I mean? And then I come to Boot Nutrition, and You know, get the
Freaking
protein
good.
in.
Yeah, it's amazing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to curse, but I stopped myself.
Hope we put that video on.
So, what's some advice you give for like people wanting to do viral content? Is that what you think is the main thing? That hook,
What you mean viral content?
viral videos.
How to
Because
go
you've had-
viral?
yeah, because you've had great success with viral videos, right?
Yeah. But I also am filming LSU players. So that could be discrediting that people say, you know what I mean? Like, what is a viral, you know, because am I doing viral videos outside of other things? Of course. But a lot of people will say, well, yeah, he's filming LSU, of course. Like, that's what I play it to. But I feel like that the way that you go viral is that you keep them watching, and they watch more than once. So when you watch 100% of a video, the algorithm reads it as, hey, they like this, let's send it out. So you got to keep your stuff short. You can't have no 2-minute video. Sometimes you can when you're trying a different goal with your audience. So the structure is to make a quick, catchy reel, 8 to 30 seconds, to get the reach. Something that's catchy, something that's trendy. Hell, you could repost other videos that have been shown to go viral, but just credit the creator. People never pay attention really of who's posting what. And then that could be the first part of your video, and then place your video. But 8 to 15 seconds, I like to keep my videos. And if you can make it to where they loop and they don't notice, then now you got 200% watch ratio. So
I've seen videos
Yeah.
like that like it looks like it's just constantly going. You know what I mean? And it's just perfectly edited.
yeah,
I guess, you
I
know?
spoke with someone this morning about her not wanting to get on the camera right away, but she likes to write. So I have my whole TikTok and Instagram feed is like therapy stuff, you know, relationship stuff. Like my whole feed is curtailed to that. So I have videos of a poem. It's like a poem, like a handwritten poem with just a camera like this for like 5 to 8 seconds with a nice little song to it. And it's going to take somebody more than 5 to 8 seconds to read. They might have to watch that video 3 times. And guess what? That video is running with the algorithm. So little things like that really don't require you to be on camera, but there's ways around it. You know, there's just, I mean, the slow-mo, of course, is people love, but it's all depending on your audience. You know, TikTok, you get the reach, and then if they love you on there, they'll come to your Instagram. If they want to know more about you, you nurture them over there on YouTube or Facebook groups or however you want to do that.
You know, Taylor, like whenever you first started doing the videos, like I swear I never seen anybody do videos like you. Like bring the energy that you brought. Like I would get fired up watching your videos. You know what I mean? Like
What videos you talking about?
Like
fitness ones?
fitness,
Yeah.
all of them. Fitness, the football, like whenever you first started filming like the football players and the power lifter guys, you know, like man, like dude,
Yeah.
that stuff was
Yeah.
I'm not saying that your stuff is not good now, but
No,
I'm just
I know.
saying like it's that energy you brought,
Yeah.
bring, you know, like it's.
I think I remember you saying that.
Nobody, in my opinion, does it like you,
Thank
you know,
you, Mo.
and that's what makes you incredible, you know.
Yeah, thank you, Mo. I think it's the way that I pick the music to the vibe of the footage, because a lot of that strongman competition stuff, that's like a heroic, like a warrior, and so the music I was picking, the way you do it is you time it to the beat. You know, so I'll have a normal speed, and then when a beat hits or a clap hits, you change the speed or the scene. So the way to keep someone's attention is changing the scene it was 2.7 seconds. I think it's lower than that. I think it's probably 2 flat or 1.9. And then you either change the scene by either cutting to another shot, zooming in, speeding up, slowing down. So that's my method. If you look at a lot of my videos, I'm moving either within the edit or within the camera all the time. And if I don't have a scene cut to change, I'll time my words on the app to do it. And it's very important that you put in native text, even if it's not shown. So like we have my beautiful footage, and then I got to go put in an Instagram text within the app that looks ridiculous. So you know what you do? You just pinch it small, and you pull it all the way at the bottom. Because those words you put on there, they're like keywords and searchable. And it tells the algorithm what your stuff is about. But if you don't want it all on the screen, just make it tiny and put it out the way and hide it. So
That's some good tips, man.
yeah, man,
I
it's
didn't
little
know that.
thing, little techniques that you can tailor. You know what I mean?
I love how you say
Hey.
tailored.
I wish I knew
Tailored
which one was that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool, man.
Where you see yourself next year?
Me, coaching.
Coaching? Where?
Like I want to be. I want to help people change their lives. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you know that's what I. That's my whole point in life.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Coaching people on a large scale, man. I would like to be in the corporate type coaching. You know, where like, of course, it takes time to get to that point because you got to do one-on-one group coaching and eventually get into corporate coaching, where you know you go into these big businesses and coaching their people to be better, to perform better. So
What you want to coach them on?
mindset, confidence. You know, I think so many people hold themselves back because of lack of confidence, you know. So if we can get through that confidence barrier, you know what I mean, your possibilities are endless, you know.
Yeah.
And me, myself, I feel like I struggle a little bit with confidence as far as the live shit, you know what I mean? So I still have work to do, but I, in my heart of hearts, know I could transform people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're
and
a
I've
good
done
person.
it.
Yeah.
I've done it over and over, you know, like people that I just talk to for 30, 45 minutes, you know, and like coach through like bullshit that they're struggling with. Then weeks later, they're like, man, thank you so much. You know, like, you don't know what you did for me, you know? And I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, that's awesome.
You know, Mo, before I had all the likes and all the follows, I'd post stuff for my fitness stuff, and I was always like talking to the camera and telling you I was that guy that was like too much. And in the camera, I didn't know how to talk, but I wanted to say stuff. I wanted to help you, and that's how, you know, we attracted a certain type of people, and those were clients, and that's how we got testimonials, and that's how more people knew me. But through that whole time, there was crickets. There was sometimes no likes. And you would get on there and you would comment and you would be like, love it. And I'm just like, you know, Hunter would get on there, like you and Hunter, like y'all, or my mom, you know, like my dad. Like I'll get those comments and it gets quiet and a lot of people talk. Now I post and I don't check it again till like 2 a.m. just because like I get on there and it's like, oh, damn, that took off, you know, because you just focused on the next one. But it makes me think, do you remember when we got laid off together back in 2015?
Absolutely. Like, that was the best day of my life.
Man.
Like, it truly was.
What happened? You remember when they came get us? They came get us at the same time,
Absolutely.
huh?
I remember both of us looked like we made eye contact with each other. Like, you too?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. You know, and like,
Yeah.
we both had to go. You know?
Yeah, we worked it there for a while, and we busted our tail, and we were good workers, and we survived a lot of rounds of layoffs. I think there was
6
6 or 7 layoffs. So when you get down to that, you know, level, then you know they're cutting the meat because they got rid of as many people as they could. And I think within the last few months, we were actually like driving, clearing out the location on the other side of the town and bringing it over. And that's where I discovered, hey, I don't mind driving. And I went, after we got laid off, I went to driving school. So that's where I learned I could drive. Because remember,
cool.
we kept going back
Yeah,
and forth to the
moving.
east side.
Yeah, moving stuff.
Yep.
And,
And I was like, man, it's nice. I can get in the truck.
that's so cool. That's what
That's
inspired
what,
you?
yeah. That's what planted
so
that
cool.
seed. Yeah. And then when they came lay us off, that was the best thing it could have had. I remember driving home and like that was my first time getting laid off, and it was one of the most like I didn't feel like a man or something. Like I can't provide now, you know.
man.
Like that was tough. That was a mental thing, but in the long run, it was, you know, the best thing that could have happened. One of the best things, you know.
Yeah, you know, that day, whenever it happened, I was like, fuck yeah, like about time. Like I'm ready.
Yeah.
Like, because I've kind of been stressing about it. But like 2-3 days later, I was like, fuck, bro. Like my pride took a big hit because like I always prided myself on being a hard worker and, you know what I mean?
And you are a hard
and-
worker.
And then just keep being laid off is like, fuck.
I know
Bro,
it.
like I never thought I'd get laid off, you know? And
I know.
then the supervisor says that, oh, you safe, you good. You
Yeah.
don't have nothing to worry about. Then
Yeah.
pow.
Sometimes it's out of their hands too.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you know, life happens
the
how
best
it's supposed to, and if it's meant for you, it won't be hard. And that's where I'm at with my life right now. You know, I just went through. I'm going in the middle of a divorce. Like, you know, it's something that's really tough for me to even talk about. But I want to talk about it because, you know, when you're with someone for 11 years and stuff like that happens, it really makes you question your whole identity, you know, your whole purpose. And like, you go through something. I went through something the last year, but, you know, talking through it, doing what I love, going live, helping people out, like, that's what keeps me going. And I realize, you know, I'm not the only one, you know, going through that. So just know you're not alone. It gets better, and there's, you know, it just wasn't for you, and it's not you, but, you know, better days are coming, and it always gets better.
It's incredible, Taylor, that you going through all that and you still show up every day, no matter what.
Yep.
You know, and that's something I struggle with sometimes, because I feel like on days that I need a charge, like
And I have that.
I'm not messing with social media.
Yeah,
you know?
sometimes you gotta unplug, bro. Sometimes I'll lay on the ground. I get home and I just lay on the floor. I'm just done. You know, I just can't go no more.
Yeah.
And then next day you just do it again, and it's just that exhaustion level is gonna pay off. But you have to know when to step away, and you learn a lot about yourself being alone. You know, isolation goes back to the beginning of time, and it's needed. You find out who you are. You got to sit with yourself, and that's not always the funnest thing to do, but we do what, you know, is uncomfortable, and that's what it is. It's life.
Yeah, you know, that's something I learned about myself, is I like being by myself now. You know, like a lot of people say they're lonely, and I mean, to a sense it may feel lonely sometimes, but another way, like, I'm not lonely, because I feel like, I know this is gonna sound crazy to a lot of people, but like I feel like angels, you know, are with me. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's not me being by myself.
I love the quote where it says, "You're not by yourself, you're with yourself," and I tell that to people all the time, and it's something that, you know, really works for me.
Taylor, thank you for being a guest on this show today. I really, really, really appreciate you taking the time to do it, because I know you're a busy person. People are hitting up your phone constantly, so thank you so much.
Always got time for you, Mo.
Appreciate you.
Love you,
man.
brother.
Love you too, man.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me.